Well, Abahlali baseMjondolo leader Nokuthula Mabaso was shot dead in a eKhanana informal settlement in Cato Manor this week. That's in the eThekwini area. Now, according to the residents' movement, 23 of its members have so far been assassinated over a 5-year period. We can speak now to the president of Abahlali baseMjondolo, that's S'bu Zikode, who's joining us via our video link. Good to have you on the program, S'bu. Why would anyone want Nokuthula Mabaso murdered?
Well, thank you so much. We are deeply hurt and heartbroken with the ongoing of the killing of Abahlali leaders. Just 2 days ago, Nokuthula Mabaso was gunned down. Well, the reason is simple, clear. Mabaso is one of the activists that have been working very hard to secure land for her community for a very long time. Just within the space of 2 months, Ayanda Ngila was murdered, and Ayanda Ngila's killers were witnessed by Nokuthula. So apparently Nokuthula was one of the key witnesses into the murder of Ayanda Ngila, who was gunned down the 8th of March. So it is not surprising that Nokuthula has now been assassinated. And just a day before Nokuthula's assassination, the killer of Ayanda Ngila was due to appear in Durban Magistrate Court yesterday, and we suspect that clearly the killing of Mabaso is connected to the killing of Ayanda Ngila, but also to the appearance of the suspect who was seen on the broad daylight when Ayanda Ngila was assassinated on the 8th of March.
So would I be right to say that you believe that Nokuthula Mabaso was killed as an attempt to silence her in order to stop that trial going ahead?
Yes, no, absolutely. That is clear. But Mabaso has been one of the very key leaders of the movement in eKhanana, making sure that the commune was running smoothly and the community had hope in her leadership. And she has been highly respected, and it is said that today she's normal.
So you mentioned Ayanda Ngila, right? Ayanda Ngila was killed, I was reading, while tending to one of the community agriculture projects, right? In broad daylight. Nokuthula Mabaso was killed while returning from a meeting no later than 7:30, 7:40 in the evening. That then says a lot about the brazen manner in which Abahlali leaders are being murdered. How much fear does that then instill in the rest of you who've not yet come under attack?
Well, many of us have escaped our own attempts of assassination. So right now the community is traumatized, is torn apart, is devastated when they witness the killing of Mabaso. It is very worrying, and we were expecting that the Minister of Police would do and give the very same energy that he has demonstrated in Mpumalanga in the recent killing of of Hillary. And we thought that the lives of shack dwellers would count the same as the lives of the elites. Nokuthula comes from a very poor family. She lived in the shack. She is a mother of 4. And her family has not seen any government official, not even the minister, despite our efforts, calling the minister. But we know that the lives of shack dwellers and the impoverished South Africans in this country do not count. It would not be surprising when we do not see any government officials. Of course, in the past 10 years of the assassination of the other 22 activists, we have never seen any government official taking stand and standing in solidarity or in support of Abahlali. So we're just hoping that our lives could also count like Gadi's Hillary and others who had the lucky of being visited by government officials, including the minister himself, who have not even returned our calls.
So you reached out. When you reached out to the police minister, how did you try to reach him? Who did you call?
Well, from the 26th of October last year, November last year, even today, I actually spoken to him in October and November because we've seen these kinds of killing coming. There were warning signs, and had the minister responded in his promise that in fact he was going to come, he was going to send the provincial commissioner in KwaZulu-Natal to look into the situation, Now, the situation is quite volatile on the ground, and the minister has never see it important to come to the aid of the community. So even today, I've left messages, text messages, when I could not find him. So we know that our lives do not count, but at this time, we don't think this level of impunity should continue.
23 members now of Abahlali who've been murdered, I understand, over a 5-year period. Has there been justice in any of those cases? By justice, I mean actual convictions of the killers?
Well, I mean, this has been going on for, in the past 10 years, not 5 years, 10 years. I mean, we've only received true justice in all these killings when 2 councillors of the African National Congress working for eThekwini municipality were found guilty by the High Court, Durban High Court. And one killer was the constable police officer who was also sentenced to 10 years. So there was only justice for 2 of these killings that have taken place, and the rest have been impunity. There has never been any justice for all of the activists that have passed away.
You've also had members of Abahlali being accused of crimes such as murder, conspiracy to commit murder. Are you certain at all that Abahlali leaders have themselves not been involved in violence and any killing of other people?
Well, these were fabricated charges that the police have brought against Abahlali. They've never stood any court of law. In fact, they have often been dropped, and the magistrate in one incident has made it clear that these charges were bogus, they were trumped up, fabricated, and of course these were all framed so as to justify violence on us. So none of our activists have ever been involved or found guilty of any wrongdoings.
S'bu Zikode, President of Abahlali, baseMjondolo. Good to have your time, sir. Thank you.